welcome to Maples Pavilion on the campus of Stanford University. We are in the final stretch of women's volleyball Pac-12 play. Just another Thursday in the conference, but it is a top 10 matchup nationally between the number 6 Oregon Ducks visiting the number 4 Stanford Cardinal. The Cardinal own the overall series all time dramatically, having won the earlier matchup this year in Eugene. Second time the top 10 teams will be colliding this year under head coach Hambly for the Cardinal and Ulmer for the Ducks. The green and yellow have only overtaken the Cardinal and white twice in Palo Alto in the past. Can they turn the tide here tonight? Hello everyone, I'm Jenna Becerra, Stanford softball alum, turned broadcaster on the call with you here tonight, and I am fired up. We got the top 10 teams in the nation and the top 2 teams in the Pac-12. The Ducks are alone in second place, just a couple of games behind first place Stanford in those Pac-12 standings. The Ducks starting off the serve, Gabby Gonzalez. Big from Baird, can't handle it. First point Stanford. Katie Baird with the first kill of the night. Goes off the libero, Georgia Murphy. Now serving for the Cardinal. In there, Oregon answers. Mimi Collier, the reigning freshman of the year in the Pac-12. Getting it done. So for the Ducks, we have Gabby Gonzalez, Hannah Pukas, Morgan Lewis, Mimi Collier, Kara McGee, Carson Bacon, and then Georgia Murphy serving as libero. Rubin, soft touch. Blocked by Stanford. The dump, handled by Ogilvy. Kip with the soft hit. Her first kill of the night. Stanford now up 2-1. Kendall Kip, the reigning Pac-12 player of the year just a year ago. Trying to help the Cardinals set the tone here. Their second matchup against the Ducks in 2023. For Stanford, the lineup looks as follows. Cami Minor leading the offense as setter. Quickly, just want to correct, the call has been changed on that last point. And it will go Oregon's way to make it 2-1 Ducks. Cami Minor setting for Stanford. Runs the offense so well. Pac-12 setter of the year back in 2022. Off the block to Kip. Ducks can't handle it. Back to back for Kip. Didn't go through the first time. This time it's official. Kendall Kip ties it up for the Cardinal. Kip getting the start, playing opposite the outside hitter in Elia Rubin and Katie Baird. Sammy Francis and McKenna Vicini, the middle blockers, to round it out. But answering back here to take the lead once again is Mimi Collier. Not only was she the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year last year, she was the Regional Freshman of the Year, and yes, the National Freshman of the Year, first in program history to earn those honors. Now serving is Kate Thibault for Oregon. Kip. Tough one off of Murphy, but she handles it. So does Ogilvy. Kendall Kip. Diving save by Oregon. The tip attempt, but out of bounds. Point goes to Stanford, tied at 3. Kendall Kip now heading back to serve. Again, Stanford currently sitting in first place in the Pac-12 standings. Oregon in second. Big matchup, and that's an ace. Kendall Kip racking up the points here in the first set. She'll serve again. Off the net. From the back row. Free ball for the Ducks. Off the block, and it goes Stanford's way. Sammy Francis, Elia Rubin taking control. Take another look at this. Great height. See Francis taking the majority of that one. Collier from the back row over to Stanford. Rubin handled, but out of bounds off the libero Murphy. Elia Rubin with the preseason All Pac-12 team, part of that championship team for Stanford back in 2022. Hard from the Ducks. They let their presence be known. Make it 6-3 Stanford. And Mimi Collier will head to the service line. Collier, the returning All-American, first to get those honors as a freshman in the Oregon program history. From the back row, but blocked. Francis does it again. Sammy Francis, just an absolute wall for the Stanford Cardinal, the junior, standing at 6'6", out of San Diego, California. Also made that Pac-12 preseason team. Was on the all-freshman team back in 2021. Rubin with the serve. Good, well handled by Stanford. Again, softer. The set by Minor over to Baird. Oregon handles it from the back row. Collier, the dig by Kip. Baird this time. Looks like point given to Stanford, potentially a little bit of traffic at the net. Yes, it's confirmed net violation by the Ducks. Gives the point to Stanford, 8-4. Rubin, just long. A little bit of a break for the Ducks, who as a program have absolutely been on the rise in recent years under head coach Matt Ulmer. Serving for them now is Elise Ferreira, the senior out of Bakersfield, California. Dad, Carl, was actually the former coach at Oregon back in the early 2000s. Francis off the block. Make it 9 for the Cardinal. Subbing in to serve is Anna Pringle, the sophomore out of La Jolla. And it's an ace. Talk about making an impact immediately. Pringle also part of that Pac-12 championship team a year ago. And Vicini slams it down. Takes advantage of the free ball from the Ducks. They're in double digits. Stanford now with 11. Take a look at this. No hesitation. Finds the outside. Cardinal now lead by 6. Vicini, that redshirt senior out of Lexington, Kentucky, was part of the national championship team back in 2019, as well as the Pac-12 championship. Back-to-back in 2018 and 2019. He's the third head coach to lead the Cardinal to a title. 4 times they've won the Pac-12 championship, including last year. And 3 straight national semi-final appearances in his first 3 seasons. They're 78-11 at Maples. under Hambly. Looking to continue that trajectory. There's some All-Americans for Stanford. Who really dominated the individual awards last year for the Pac-12 with the Player of the Year in Kendall Kipp, Setter of the Year in Cami Minor, Elena Ogilvie, Libero of the Year, and then of course Coach of the Year Kevin Hambly. Serve. Miscue by the Ducks. It's a dozen in Stanford's pocket. Anna Pringle continues to have some success since she has subbed in. And this time the Ducks get one. Kara McGee chipping away at that lead. Hannah Pukis now coming to the service line, the redshirt senior out of Tacoma, Washington. Transferred from Washington State, has been excellent thus far for the Ducks. Two-time All-Regional during her career, two-time Pac-12, a few NCAA appearances under her belt. Baird. The tip wins the battle. Make it 13-6. Stanford. Take another look at this. Baird going up against two Ducks. Able to sneak it in, and Cami Minor now serving. Point goes to Oregon. Morgan Lewis, the senior out of Carlsbad, getting point number 7 for the Ducks. Now it's Gabby Gonzalez, another senior, Ohio State transfer. Recovering off the block. Oregon recovering once again. This time Collier finds the floor. So Oregon 5 behind Stanford here in the first set. Kipp strong in that back corner. Another kill for Kendall Kipp. Take a look at that swing from the veteran. Now another veteran moving to the service line is Katie Baird. Collier. Attempted. Again, off the block though, this time it goes Oregon's way. Kipp and Vicini were there. Collier able to tool the block to get point number 9. So Georgia Murphy, senior out of the Woodlands, Texas. She'll serve. And it's wide. Stanford, the first to get to 15 here in the first set. From one libero to the other, Elena Ogilvie now looking to serve, the reigning Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. Tip by Kipp, and it falls in. The adjustment by Ogilvie to set that up for Kendall Kipp. Stanford with 16. Off the net. Set long from Oregon. Check that, fell in right in the back. Right behind the pole here at the announcer's table. So 16-10 Stanford. Head coach Kevin Hambly having a conversation with the officials. asking some questions. It looks like Coach Hambly has issued a coach's challenge. No net violation was called on the play initially. He is asking them to take another look. So take a look here. Right at the top of the net here. Tough angle to try to see. So it looked like the ball did go long. So initially it looked like it would be Stanford's point, but the net violation. Let's take another look. So we're looking at the replay. Official looking at the replay. First coach's challenge we've seen so far in this match. Again, 16-10. Take a look at this here. See potentially some contact there from, I believe, on the Stanford side. So you got Kip there. Trying to just does look like there's some contact there at the net. Potentially. Fans eagerly awaiting to hear what the call is going to be. Stanford wins that coach's challenge. So that point is reverted back to the Cardinal. They now lead 17-9. Ogilvy back at the service line. Well done. Lewis. Rubin blocked. Recovered. Just out of bounds. Big swing by the Ducks, just long. Stanford now with 18. Cardinal controlling this first set thus far. Lewis. In there. Senior able to get double digits for the Ducks. Back at the service line is Kate Thiebolt out of Minnesota. Free ball for Oregon, an opportunity. Collier off the block, tooled it. Make it 11 for Oregon. Ducks not giving up here late in the first set. That one's long. Side out for the Cardinal. And Kendall Kipp makes her way back to the line. You could hear Pukas calling for help. And another ace for Kendall Kipp. An even 20 for the Cardinal. Collier off the block. Once again, Oregon's way. Collier is fighting for her team. Now she'll take control at the service line. Just a sophomore. One of the leaders on this Duck squad. Set by Minor. Rubin hits it over. Hard off of Ogilvy. Gabby Gonzalez makes it 13. Collier continues to serve. Gonzalez, a transfer, over 1,200 kills in her career. Just added another one, and that serve is out of bounds. So the service error turns it back to the Cardinal. Now Stanford hitting .444 as a team. They were .314 on the season coming into this match. In the net. Service error on the Cardinal side this time. Swing it back to the Ducks. Oregon came into this match hitting .217 on the season, being held to 167 as a squad so far here in the first set. Elise Ferreira serving. In the net. A few service errors here late in the first set. It's 22 Stanford, 14 Oregon. Anna Pringle making her way back in. Had some success last time she subbed in at the service line. Including an ace. In there, just misses. Stanford now with 23. Service, long. Service line a little messier here. Giving Oregon another chance. Hannah Pukas making her way back to that service line. Again, coming from Washington State. Big pickup for the Ducks. Set by Minor. Baird gets the point. It's set point for the Stanford Cardinal. Fans are on their feet as Cammie Minor heads to the service line. Lewis. Shut down by Kip and Vicini, and that's going to do it. The Stanford Cardinal handle the Oregon Ducks. Look at these blocks. They shut it down in the first set, thanks in part to Sammy Francis and her excellent defense and the active offense by the Card. They win the first set by 10. Second set, come team as a whole, 474 on the attack in that first set, holding Oregon to .094. They were dominant. Looking to extend that momentum here in the second set. The Ducks trying to course correct and try to make some adjustments. Cammie Minor will continue to serve. Collier out wide. First point, Stanford. Collier led the Ducks offensively with 5 kills, hit .250 in the first set. They will look to lean on her once again in the second set. Second serve for Minor. Strong hit by Lewis. Oregon ties it up at 1. Morgan Lewis had a couple of kills in the first set. Gets her first here in the second. Serving Georgia Murphy. Set by Minor. The tip off of Oregon, and it's Stanford's point. Vicini giving Stanford the lead. Take a look at this read. The back set by Minor, so pretty. Vicini just watched it land off the block and out of bounds. We'll step aside here for just a moment. We'll be right back. Stanford leading 2-1 here in the second set at Maples. They took that first set decisively, 25-15 from the Oregon Ducks. And Katie Baird will serve. In there for an ace. Katie Baird gives the point to the Cardinal. The back corner just lands beautifully. Cardinal up 3-1. Service. This time it's long. Good read by the Ducks. Make it 3-2. Not the first time the Ducks have been in Palo Alto this season. The Big Ten Pac-12 Challenge back in September. They split against number 10 Minnesota. They took the loss, but they won against then number 15 Ohio State. That's some tough battles here at Maples. As Kip tools the block for another one. Elena Ogilvy back at the service line for Stanford. Serve goes long. Had some service errors on both sides of the net this evening. 4 in the first set for Oregon, 3 for Stanford. Seen some so far here in the second. Make it another one. Point Stanford, possession back to Stanford. And now Kendall Kipp will serve. Misses wide. Several service errors in a row. Subbing into serve now for Oregon is Elise Ferreira once again. Set by Minor to Rubin. Long. Looks like it tipped off the Oregon defense. So the point goes to Stanford, and the service to Stanford. Cardinal up 6-4. The way she plays, you would not know that Elia Rubin is only a sophomore. Tussle at the net. The point goes Oregon's way. Ducks staying within 1. The trail 6-5. Bukis. Baird. Handled. Point goes to Lewis. Lewis and Collier been the most active as they tie it up here at 6. Minor with the dump. The Ducks handle it. The block right at the net. Some hesitation by Francis. And Oregon takes the lead. Stanford knows this very well, but when you're facing a top 10 opponent in the country, like number 6 Oregon, winning that first set is a good tone setter, but it doesn't mean anything. You have to wipe the slate clean and take care of business in the following. Francis with the tip. Oregon makes it out of the jam. Baird off the block. Gonzalez gets it over. Francis. There's rally here. Baird with the tip. Go long. The set. Gonzalez. The dig by Ogilvy. Kip from the outside. Shuts it down. Kendall Kipp ties it up at 7. Kendall Kipp going for the kill. Look at that dig by Ogilvy to set this up. The beautiful set by Minor. The big swing by Kendall Kipp. well-oiled machine for this Cardinal team. Pringle back into serve. Minor to Baird. Over to Lewis. The dig by Pringle. Kip pushes it over. Baird softly finds the floor. Katie Baird is on a roll here for Stanford. They retake the lead 8-7. Perfectly placed. Excellent read. Pringle again. Lucas. Collier off the block, but handled by Vicini. Baird again. Point again. 9-7 Cardinal. Katie Baird with the power. Momentum still swinging Stanford's way. Had some good runs with Pringle at the line. Beautiful angle by Kara McGee. A decisive kill. And Oregon's back within one. Gabby Gonzalez at the service line now for Oregon. Goes long. Stanford recovering possession quickly. Double digits for Stanford. Tammy Minor. Free ball for Stanford. Minor with the set to Baird. Off the block. Goes out. Chalk another one up for the Cardinal. Minor once again. Kip with the hit. Set by Minor. Big swing by Kip, but Oregon staying in it. Gonzalez and Pukas keeping him alive. Off the block, and it's Katie Baird again. Gotta love and respect the effort by the Oregon Ducks to keep that alive. Currently in set number 2, Oregon as a team hitting .308. Stanford, on the other hand, at 500 overall in the match, sitting at .486. Tammy Minor back at the service line. Pukas over to Collier. Just wide. 13 Stanford. Looked like there was also potentially a net violation. Ball goes out of bounds anyway. Minor. Big one by Lewis. The power behind that swing. Letting him know that the Ducks are still in this one. Georgia Murphy now serving once again for the Ducks. Back set. Kip. The dig by Oregon. Kip is set up to Baird. Tries to tip it. Baird again. Off the block. Handled by the Ducks. Tip. And it goes Oregon's way. The Ducks now at double digits. 10 points. Number 10 still at the service line. Murphy, 3-time All-Region Pac-12 honoree. excellent diving dig by Ogilvy. Baird. Woo! The liberos are doing it again. This time Lewis says it's going our way. The Ducks within 2. Murphy continues. The liberos are working hard. Baird attempts. Oregon scrambling. Kipp, the kill. Kendall Kipp makes it 14. The angle on that swing. Look at that hit. Katie Baird will be back to serve. Off the net. Lewis handles it. Over to Collier, but long. The Cardinal once again first to 15 here in the second set. Last time these two teams met in Eugene, Stanford won 3-1. Another coach's challenge. The officials will take a look. On October 22nd in Eugene, another top 10 matchup between these two squads. It went 4 sets. Stanford took 3. Lost that third set, but took 1, 2, and 4. But prior to that, Oregon had actually won 3 straight meetings against the Cardinal. We can see that long. I'm going to take a closer look. We've seen a lot of Kendall Kipp in this match. We've seen a lot of Elena Ogilvy. Kendall Kipp had the match high 17 kills last time. Ogilvy with the team high 15 digs last time around. Let's take a look. I'm going to see if it was tipped off of Stanford at all. That's the question that I think Oregon is asking. The call on the court was point Stanford. And from that replay, it does not look like it touched Vicini or Kipp. We'll see what the officials say after they finish the review. And it's confirmed. Point Stanford, call on the court stance. No touch. So Katie Baird will continue. Service. Lewis off the block. In there. Morgan Lewis determined to keep the Ducks in this one. They trail 15-12. Subbing in to serve for Oregon is Daly McClellan, the junior Oregon native. Rubin off the block, just out, tooled it. Making it 16. So Elena Ogilvy to the line. Ogilvy has been named the Defensive Player of the Week 3 times for the Pac-12. Another coach's challenge issued by Oregon. I think the key in these moments, when the action stops, when you have the momentum, It's just to stay relaxed. And you can see that the Stanford team is doing that. They're having conversations with Coach Hambley, making sure they're all on the same page, talking about what they're seeing, but they're also just relaxing, taking a break, trying to breathe. We'll take another look here. So it was off the block. Looked like it landed just wide of the line. That was the call on the court. Ooh, tough to see. The original call was that it was out and the point goes to Stanford. So as of now, 16-12. Oregon trying to see if this call can get reversed. Got a little bit of that line, and it is reversed. After review, the point goes to Oregon. Make it 13 points for the Ducks to Stanford's 15. Coach's challenge by Matt Ulmer is successful. McClellan into the net. It's an opportunity for the Ducks, but the service error gives some control back to Stanford. Elena Ogilvie at the service line. Collier. Good read. The diving Ogilvie can't get to it. Oregon within 2. Collier making her way to the service line. Minor to Francis, beats it down. Sammy Francis making her presence known. Just beautifully executed. A lot of power behind that swing. Off the block and into Stanford's pocket. Collier. A dig, but a free ball. Gonzalez, dig by Ogilvie. Rubin at the net, trying to fight. Point goes to Stanford. Net violation for the Ducks. Swinging Stanford's way, they lead 18-14 with Kendall Kipp the line. Off the net, point Oregon. The Ducks have made it to 15. Subbing to serve is Elise Ferreira once again. And Coach Ulmer says she's really a leader, has championship level work ethic and a feel for the game. Making the most of her opportunities. That ball actually bounced over here to the announcer's table. Trying to keep me on my toes. Take another look at this play. Off the block, out of bounds. So Stanford now with 19. And Rubin at the line. Big hit by Gonzalez. Kendall Kipp runs out of room. Point Ducks. Hannah Pukas. She's the third Oregon setter to become an All-American in program history. That goes long. The Ducks now with another one. Pukas made the second team, the AVCA All-American squad last year. All Pac-12, including preseason. So you have an All-American setter on one side with Oregon, and you have another one on Stanford's side with Cami Minor, the reigning setter of the year in the Pac-12. So two absolute forces running the offenses here in this top 10 matchup. So take another look at this one as there's yet another coach's challenge. Stanford thought that one was in, so you take one more look. See, does it land? It looks wide, which was what the call on the court was originally, just next to that line. Excellent job by our crew getting that camera angle. Official taking a closer look. They have even more angles than we do here on the broadcast. An interesting portion of the schedule, the last stretch of the Pac-12 for both these teams, of course, but Stanford in the middle of a 4-game homestand, whereas Oregon, on the other hand, are playing 5 of their last 6 matches on the road. Their entire non-conference slate of 11 matches was on the road as well, so they've been playing on the road quite a bit. 3 of the last 6 opponents are also in the top 25, Stanford included, as well as ASU and USC coming up. So it remains 19-17. Baird with a big swing. And a beautiful shutdown by Katie Baird. What timing, what a read. Served it up right to herself. Stanford now at 20. So the big hit, the dig, then it comes right back to her. Pringle comes right back with the ace. Make it 21. Anna Pringle has made an impact during her time in this match. Lewis diving for Kip. Point goes to Oregon. Like potential net violation. And Gabby Gonzalez now serving for the Ducks. Trailing by 3 here in the second set. Back set to Vicini. Off the block. Oregon handles it. Lewis off the block again. Ogilvy.
Wow!
Over to Kip. Lewis, way long. That one left the basketball court here at Maples. Now serving is going to be Cami Minor. The All-American. With the ace. Cami Minor can do it all, folks. She runs this offense as the setter. She gets the ace. She reads things so well. She can get an excellent momentum going for this Stanford offense. She'll serve again. Some contact at the net for Oregon, and that makes it set point for Stanford. Fans are on their feet once again here at Maples. Stands have filled in. Minor. Collier, big dig by Rubin. Baird this time. Wide. Point goes to Oregon. Ducks now have 19. Serving is the libero, Georgia Murphy, still set point for the Cardinal. Tip by Kip. Oregon stays alive. This time Baird. We'll set it up again, Baird. Off the block, and that does it. Katie Baird killing the game, literally. And she shuts down the second set. Stanford now leading 2-0, 25-19. Take a look at this one once more, folks. The offense for the Cardinal is cooking. As we wait for the third set, we'll take a quick break. Be back in a moment. Here at Maples Pavilion, and two professors here at Stanford honored in between the second and third set. Honorary coaches, Professor Christopher Gardner, chosen by Kendall Kipp, and Professor Hugh Nguyen, chosen by Katie Baird, said they both had a big impact on them individually, not just in the classroom, but outside the classroom and off the court as well. So excellent to see that kind of camaraderie between the students and the professors. Big part of the experience that you have as a student athlete. The student part comes first, and you love to see that kind of growth. So Stanford up 2-0. Oregon will start off serving with Hannah Pukas. Big swing from Stanford. Tip! Handled by Miner. Barrett attempts the tip. Stanford recovers. Kipp this time. Good dig. The dump attempted, but Stanford recovering. Baird, big dig by Murphy. Big swing and another big dig by Ogilvy. Baird off the block. Saved. What a rally. And the Ducks win it. Oregon will score first here in the third set, trying to stay alive. Pukas. Over to Baird off the set. In there for a kill. Score tied at 1. So Stanford was hitting 474 after the first set, now hitting 364. They came in to this match, you can see that power, leading the nation with 314 hitting percentage as a team. Trending above that now as the serve goes long and Oregon retakes the lead. Gonzalez will take her turn at the service line. Miner out to Baird. Off the block. Kipp handles it. Shoved down by Collier. Mimi Collier took control. Gives Oregon what I believe is the largest lead they have had in this match so far, 3-1. Kipp off the block, wow. The roof. Collier and McGee stepping up. Make it 4-1 Ducks. This is a team that just continues to be on the rise under head coach Matt Ulmer. Got 10 All-Americans under his belt since his time on staff. That serve goes long. Stanford cuts the lead down to 2. But Ulmer in his 7th season, 134 wins to 67 losses. Got his 100th win as a head coach versus Colorado about a year ago. finished in the Elite Eight last year. And a big swing this match for Oregon. Both of these squads had an Elite Eight finish just a year ago. Ulmer started as an assistant coach, became associate head coach, now the head coach for the last 6 seasons, make it 7 this year. Stanford with the side out. They trail by 2 with Ogilvy at the service line. Collier, beautiful. Big swing from the sophomore. Oregon up by 3. Serving now is Daly McClellan. Subs back in. She appeared in the final 24 matches of last season. Getting time here tonight as Kip goes long. The Ducks now lead by 4. They do not want to get swept. Both these teams coming off a pair of wins. Stanford over the Washington schools, Oregon over the mountain schools with Colorado and Utah. Last play is now under review once again. Both wins for Stanford against the Washingtons came in 4 sets. The top 10 matchup with number 9 Washington State here at Maples. Part of that 4-game homestand they're in the middle of right now. Oregon went 4 sets with Colorado. Had a season high 12 service aces, hit .380 as a team. Collier and Gonzalez had 15 kills each in that matchup, and they swept Utah a couple days before that. So we can see that the ball goes long. Looking at this swing. Take a look at the net. Does it touch Collier's fingers at all? Tough to see. Official's going to try to make a call on this one. Oregon Ducks looking to make their 20th NCAA tournament appearance as a program this year. They've made it to the national championship final once back in 2012. Stanford has 9 national championships under their belt, including 17 national championship matches, 23 Final Fours, historically one of the strongest volleyball programs in the country. Again, Oregon well on its way, on the rise here in the Pac-12 in the top 10 nationally. They have 2 returning All-Americans in Pukas and Collier. And it's official. The call on the court stands. Score remains 7-3 Oregon. McClellan continues to serve. Kip off the block, point Stanford. Cardinal trying to chip away here. So Kip with the kill. Make it Killer Kip. She's now at the service line. Collier attempted to dig that one out, was Baird. Too much power behind it. Oregon with 8. Collier now at the service line. Saved by Ogilvy. Opportunity for Oregon with the free ball. Gonzalez dug up by Ogilvy. Another free ball. Dump by Pukas. Excellent read by the setter. The redshirt senior taking advantage of her experience. Rubin over. Gonzalez finds the floor. Oregon now up by 6. They have hit double digits. We'll step aside for just a moment here and be back after the timeout. Four touches called on Oregon. Side out for Stanford. Elia Rubin at the line. To Gonzalez. Minor over to Baird. Off the block. Stanford chipping away with 6. Again, Stanford sitting first in the Pac-12 standings, and you can see why. Katie Baird, a big part of that success. A couple of games ahead of second place Oregon. Saved. Gonzalez into the net. Another point, Stanford. They have cut the lead in half. We're down by 6, now down by just 3. Stanford, of course, picked to take the Pac-12 in the preseason coaches poll. On track to do so, but they need to finish strong. Set by Minor. Back to Kip. Just out. Tipped, however, and goes to Stanford. Killer Kip continues. Kendall Kip, such a threat. 4-0 Stanford run brings them within 2 of Oregon. 10-8 Ducks. Take a quick break and be right back. Tables have turned a little bit here in the third set. Stanford was hitting 474 after the first set. Currently in the third, hitting 133 as a team. Meanwhile, Oregon improved to 357 in set number 3. The block by Stanford. Gonzalez off the block. Stanford brings the roof down on Oregon. This is what happens between 2 top 10 teams. Competitive at the net. Serve. Tip, but recovered by Ogilvy. Back set to Kip. Off the block. Well executed by the Ducks. They sit at 11 points. Get the side out. Coming in to serve once again, Elise Ferreira. In this set, Oregon has begun to take advantage of some momentum. The ace putting them up by 3 once again. They're holding Stanford to hitting .062 in this set. Service error gives Stanford another opportunity. They're now double digits. The Ducks were picked to take 3rd in the Pac-12 in that preseason poll. Now sitting there in 2nd place. Service error by the Cardinal this time. Point goes to Oregon, 13-10. picked third behind number 1 Stanford, number 2 Washington State. They've overtaken the Cougars thus far in the standings. Dumped by Minor, and the point goes to Stanford. One of the things I love about watching Cami Minor is not only the way that she reads things, but she executes with no hesitation. You can see her make this decision. She goes all out, full speed, able to turn things the Cardinal way, and she'll be at the service line. Off the block. Kip. Big dig. Free ball. Kip again. This time, in there. Kip brings Stanford within 1. Killer Kip at it again. Cami Minor at the line once more. Lucas. Back to Gonzalez. In there. The Ducks fight back. Still maintain the lead. Gonzalez will get the kill and now get the serve. Kip off the block. Ogilvy. Minor to Baird. Recovered by the Ducks. Opportunity for Stanford. And it goes long. A little bit of a break for the Cardinal there. They're back within 1. Katie Baird now back at the service line for the Cardinal. Off the block, the Ducks once again. Kara McGee. Oregon continues to maintain that 2-point lead. The first to 15. First time they've done that in this match. Murphy. Kip. Strong. Kendall Kip getting in a rhythm now for the Cardinal. Take another look. Kip with the kill. Side out for the Cardinal. Once again within 1. Elena Ogilvy. Into the net, service error. Oregon maintains that 2-point lead. Collier and Gonzalez had 15 kills each in their last match against Colorado in Eugene last weekend. Minor to Rubin. Wide. 3-point lead for the Ducks. Service error goes long. Stanford now reaches 15. Kendall Kip at the line for the Cardinal. Lucas to Collier. The dig by Baird. Minor sets to Rubin. Finds the spot on the floor. Elia Rubin adds one to the Stanford tally. Another good read by Rubin. Kip serving into the net. The Ducks still maintaining that 2-point lead. Mimi Collier serving. The green and yellow. The tip, recovered by Oregon. Another tip by Oregon, off the net, and it's long from the Ducks. Point goes to Stanford. Right now, as it stands, Oregon ahead 18-17. Coach's challenge, trying to see if there was a touch on the play coming from Oregon. The challenge being issued once again by Omer, who did have a call reversed earlier in this match. Trying to see if potentially, it looked like Sammy Francis maybe got some fingertips on it. That's what the officials are going to take a look at. Might have went right through the wickets, or did it get just a little bit of the fingertips? Ooh, that is a close one. Amy Collier had 14 kills last time these two teams faced each other, just 7 tonight, but Morgan Lewis has stepped up with 11 kills. And Gonzalez was 6. And this could make a big difference here in the third set. I mean, just 1 point difference. Oregon been able to maintain that 2-point lead for the second half of this set so far, really. Stanford been trying to chip away. The Ducks been holding them at arm's length. The difference of 1 point could make or break the momentum here. Of course, Stanford would love to shut things down with the sweep, but Oregon hoping to extend this to the fourth set. Both these teams in the top 10. Again, coming off a couple of wins, but both had a little bit of trouble earlier this season against a ranked ASU team. Both were swept. Stanford in Tempe, Oregon in Eugene. Stanford hit a season low 194 in that match, but they have come back extremely strong since. Call is confirmed, there is no touch, so the point remains with Stanford. They still trail by just 1. Elia Rubin at the service line. Dump by Pukis. Hannah Pukis, a couple of effective decisions so far tonight. Once again, the 2-point lead. Elise Ferreira back at the service line. Set over to Baird. The dig. Softly by Gonzalez. Opportunity for Stanford. Baird again. Off the block. No one around. We saw the dive from Ferreira, but not in time. Once again, Stanford trailing by 1. Off that block, you could see the hustle from Ferreira, but didn't have enough time. And Anna Pringle at the line. So good luck for Stanford in this match. Gonzalez with the tip. Tip. Gets it over, but shutting it down was Kara McGee. Oregon now with 20 points. The NCAA highlighted some key returners coming into this season. Collier, Pukis, and McGee all made that list for outside hitter, setter, and middle blocker respectively. The tip from Vicini. Back set. Lewis! Make it a dozen kills on the evening for Morgan Lewis. She is leading this Ducks offense, hitting .476. She has been on fire. The Ducks up by 3. We'll take a quick break for this timeout. So just hitting 143 here in this third set. Only had 1 block in the first 2 sets, have 4 so far total now in this match. The tip from Lewis. Good read. 22 points to the Ducks. Morgan Lewis having herself a match here tonight. 13 kills on the evening. Over to Kip. The Ducks make it 23. It's the number 6 team in the country. They do not quit. Big hit by Kip off of her. Ogilvie tries to get it over, out of bounds. The Ducks now with their first time in this match having set point. Stanford Cardinal, number 4 team in the country, took the first 2, so they are still leading. But it has been an interesting turn of events. Stanford strongly dominated the first set, 25 to 15. Second set took the win, 25 to 19. Then just lost the third set to Oregon, 25 to 20. So you could see the Ducks chipping away from set to set. They were hitting as a team under 100 in the first set, now at 200 even after the first 3. Stanford went from 474 in the first set, now 275 on the match, coming into set number 4. The lion's share of the offense has come from Katie Baird and Kendall Kip for the Cardinal. 14 kills for Baird, 12 for Kip. On the flip side, you got 14 for Morgan Lewis for Oregon. Has double the amount of the next person in line, which is Mimi Collier with 7, Gabby Gonzalez with 6, Kara McGee with 4. Minor with the serve. Big dig by Ogilvie. Baird off the block, not handled by Stanford. Oregon scores first. And get ahead early in the third set, looking to maintain that momentum here in the fourth. Georgia Murphy at the line. Minor, little miscue there with Vicini close to the net. Put another one in Oregon's pocket. Service. Minor over to Kip. Bam! Kendall Kip getting the Cardinal on the board. That is 13 kills on the night for the reigning Pac-12 Player of the Year. Now the kills leader on the night, Katie Baird for Stanford. At the line. Gonzalez, dig by Baird. Kip keeps it in. Hit over. Off the block. Oregon trying to stay alive. And in! A miraculous point by the Oregon Ducks. Coming in to serve is Daly McClellan once again. A career high 12 aces last year. Almost got another one there. The free ball. The dump by Pukas, this time the dig, but not back to back because Collier said no way. The Ducks now lead by 3. Service. A little out of system. Over by Rubin. It's time to tip off the net, but saved. Kip laid it off the block this time. Kip. Over to Collier. Attempted tip there, but well defended by Stanford. Off the block again. Wide. Cardinal get point number 2. Energy rising here in Maples Pavilion. Ogilvy serving. Dies in front of the net. Off the block. Attempted dump. Ogilvy tries to save it. Minor can't get to it. A little bit of miscommunication there by the Stanford Cardinal. Oregon now up 5-2. Collier at the line. Slam down by Francis. Decisive moves made by the junior. The angle on that, the power behind it. Brings Stanford within 2. Kip. Collier. Rubin. Tried to find a spot in the back. Gonzalez off the block. In there for Stanford. Cardinal within 1. Sammy Francis gets the kill, then gets the block. Inserting some energy into this Stanford team. Kip again. Over to Gonzalez. Falls in. Oregon, 2 points ahead. Elise Ferreira back at the service line for Oregon. Stanford Cardinal having some conversation among their squad, trying to make sure they're on the same page. Kendall Kip just ran off the court. It looked like she was looking at her hand. So there's a possibility might have got nicked, maybe bleeding a little bit, something like that. Got to tape up, and you can see Sammy Francis looking at her hand as well. Trying to check and see if there's anything on the court that they have to worry about. So while we're waiting, we'll take a quick break. Oregon 6, Stanford 4. Making sure the rest of the players, including Cammie Minor and others, are all good to go as well. You know, Oregon had some momentum going, so also an opportunity for Stanford to take a breather and reset, since they're trailing by 2 here in the fourth. Kendall Kipp with 13 kills on the night. She's hitting .250. Katie Baird and Sammy Francis both hitting .333 in the match tonight. Baird still leading with 14 kills overall for Stanford. The fans in Maples rocking out while waiting for the action to come back. Love to see that energy. We Will Rock You playing over the airwaves here at Maples. A lot of young fans in the building here tonight as well. Love to see that. Potentially the next generation. We might see some time here on the court. Minor's good to go. Whole Stanford team now good to go. Serving for Oregon still is Ferreira. Over to Francis. Francis again. Covered by Oregon. Gonzalez. Rubin off the block. Gonzalez with the kill. Number 8 on the evening for number 8. Ducks up 7-4. I think that was important for the Ducks to maintain that momentum that they had before the delay, and they continue to with the ace. Couple of aces on the night for Ferreira. Anna Pringle subbing in for the Cardinal. Rubin. Gonzalez again. Speedy Gonzalez adding a few points for the Ducks. They now lead by 5 in the fourth set. We'll step aside for a quick break. Be back in just a moment. Oregon looking to tie things up. They're down by 1 set. Stanford with 2 on the evening, but the Ducks with the momentum here in the fourth set. Oregon's run continues with Ferreira at the service line. Rubin. Point goes to Stanford. Net violation for the Ducks. The Cardinal catch a break. Elia Rubin, all Pac-12 preseason honoree. The dump by Hukas. Hukas now with 4 kills on the evening. The Ducks with double digits and double the points of the card. Now she'll serve. Francis, but off the block. Point goes to Oregon. The Ducks were a wall on that one. They now have 11. Service error into the net. Point goes to Stanford. Sammy Francis at the line. Francis with 4 kills on the evening. Powerful serve. The kill by Kara McGee. Her 5th of the night. Make it a dozen for the Ducks. Gabby Gonzalez. Dump by Minor. Great read. Sneaky Cami Minor does it again. The point goes to the Card. Only seen her attempt that a couple of times in this match. Definitely a tool that's in her toolbox. Now she's serving. Baird. Lucas. Tools the block. Lewis. Match high 15 kills on the night. She came to play. She's hitting .480 in this match as well. Morgan Lewis has been outstanding. Georgia Murphy serving. Cardinal out of system. Kip. Diving Ogilvy. Baird off the block. Oregon surviving. Free ball for Stanford. Kip off the block and then off Minor. Kip again at the net. Lewis. The dig by Baird. And the point goes to Oregon. Official blew the whistle. Oregon now up by 7. The largest lead that they have had in this match. Kip. Boom! Killer Kip back at it again. 14th kill of the evening. See, and she finds that back part of the court. Katie Baird serving now. Long. The Ducks, back-to-back sets where they are the first to reach 15. Subbing to serve once again for the Ducks, Daly McClellan. Long. Little break for the Cardinal, they'll side out. So Elena Ogilvy. Trying to start something here for Stanford. She's got 15 digs on the night. Big block. Off Stanford. Point goes to Oregon. Duck side out this time. Collier serving. Kip with the kill. Make it 15 for Kendall Kip. angle on that. Outstanding. Stanford with how the system is at the last couple of sets. More often than the first two sets. Point goes to Stanford. Line violation by the Ducks. They now trail by 5. Tip to serve. Into the net. Tough moment for the Cardinal. An opportunity here from Oregon as they lead by 6. Elise Ferreira back in to serve. There's a couple of aces on the night. Kip again! Kip ties Morgan Lewis with a match high of 16 kills. Back within 5, and Elia Rubin back at the line. Long. A couple of times Stanford giving that away with a service error. Now serving for Oregon, Hannah Pukas. Setter been running this offense well the past couple of sets. The lefty. Minor to Baird. Good dig by Oregon. Kip. Oregon's point out of bounds. Stanford going to call a timeout, try to get back on track as they trail by 7 here in the 4th set. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. Lewis, 16 kills on the night, hitting .519. She made the all-regional team in Louisville just a year ago. Knows how to handle the pressure. Stanford trying to chip away. And they do right here with a net violation by Oregon. Serving for Stanford now, Kelly Velarde, the sophomore out of Manhattan Beach, California. Softly hit. Lewis. The dump by Minor, handled by the Ducks. Gonzalez the tip. Baird. The kill. Katie Baird now with 15. 14th point for Stanford. Finds that back corner. Velarde continues with the serve. Blocked by Stanford. Falls in fairly. Big time block for the Cardinal to bring them within 4. Take a look at this. Baird, Vicini. Bringing the roof down on the Ducks. Take a quick break. Be right back after the timeout. Lewis off the block. Velarde with the up. Minor at the set. Tipped. Gets up in time. Baird off the block again. Velarde recovers. Kip softly over. Gonzalez, miscommunication in the back row between Velarde and Rubin. Point Oregon, they've now hit 20. Gonzalez serving for Oregon. Marietta, Georgia native. Ohio State transfer, been key for this Duck squad. Baird with the tip, finds it. Cardinal back within 4. Katie Baird with her 16th kill of this match. Side out by Oregon. They lead by 5 here in the 4th set. Murphy. Kip. Recovery. Baird. Dig by Gonzalez. Collier. Strong. Make it 22 ducks. Wow. That was the 10th kill of the night for Collier, making 3 ducks total with at least double-digit kills this evening. Mancini. Lewis. Long. Point goes to the Cardinal. Katie Baird will serve for Stanford. They are trying to chip away. The Ducks have made some excellent adjustments after the first couple of sets. Service error for Stanford. That's the 16th service error that we have seen tonight by the Cardinal. Compare that to Oregon's 13. 23-17. McClellan back at the line. That's out of bounds. 14th service error for Oregon. Seen over 30 in total in this match. Both teams wanting to clean that up just a touch. Now Ogilvie finds herself at the line. Big block, out of bounds. Set point for the Oregon Ducks once again. They dropped the first 2, they took the 3rd one. They are trying to even it up here in the 4th set. Collier serve. Kip, big swing. Kendall Kip with a match-high 17 kills. We'll now find her at the service line. Stanford's got its work cut out for them as they trail by 5. Gonzalez, blocked. Back to Gonzalez. We are going the distance here in Maples Pavilion tonight. This top 10 matchup has not let us down so far. It has not disappointed. 2 top 10 teams in the nation and the top 2 teams in the Pac-12 going at it. We are tied 2-2 between the visiting number 6 Oregon Ducks and the home team, the number 4 Stanford Cardinal. Green and yellow has the momentum right now, having won the last 2 sets, and they have gotten better and better from set to set. They lost the first one by 10, lost the next one by 6, then won the 3rd set by 5, won the 4th set by 6. Heading into the 5th. A lot on the line here in this last stretch of Pac-12 play. Cami Minor serving for Stanford. Lewis. Dig by Minor. Ogilvie to Baird. Fight at the net. Minor back to Baird. Collier. Handled by Rubin. The set to Baird once again. Collier again. Oregon has scored first the past 2 sets. The rally is going. corner. Third set. In a row, but it looks like actually called out of bounds. So the first point of this set goes to Stanford. That has broken the mold. The past two, Oregon scoring first. The Cardinal with the lead for the first time in a while. Lewis, tip, off the net. Ogilvy tries, but against the net. Tied up at 1. It's really remarkable the improvement that Oregon has shown. Again, sub 100 hitting percentage on the attack in the first set. They chipped away, got better and better. 392 in this match after that fourth set. They were out hitting Stanford with 336 on the Cardinal side. Also out blocking them 8-6 coming in to this set. They didn't have any blocks at all in the first set. So the adjustments have been incredible. Minor back set to Baird. Handled by Oregon. Collier, big dig by Ogilvy. Kip. Gonzalez. Straight down by Vicini. Stanford regains the lead 2-1. A key moment by McKenna Vicini. Good read at the net. 2 kills on the night. Pringle serving. Lewis slams it down. Morgan Lewis tying things up for the Ducks. That is 18 kills, a match high for the senior. Daly McClellan once again at the line for the Ducks. Kip tries to tip off the net. Too many touches. Point goes to Oregon. They now have the lead once more. Oregon doing a nice job of keeping Stanford out of system as much as possible. The service error ties things back up. The reigning defensive player of the week in the Pac-12, Elena Ogilvy, now serving for Stanford. Service. Blocked! The roof comes down from Stanford. Sammy Francis, Elia Rubin deny the Oregon Ducks. Beautiful execution to give the Cardinal the lead. Dump attempt. Stanford recovers. Kip. Big dig, but back over to Stanford's side. Minor. Over to Rubin. Big swing! Elia Rubin, 6th kill of the night. The pressure's on here in the 5th set, and it's the 5th point for Stanford with some oomph behind it from Rubin. Ogilvy again. Collier. Blocked! Francis! Kip! They do it again. The Cardinal lead by 3. Wow. Stanford turning things up here in the 5th set when it matters the most. Take a quick break during the timeout. Be back in a moment. We're back. Rubin at the line for Stanford. Leading by 3 over Oregon in the 5th set. Top 10 matchup for the ages. Collier slams it down. cuts the lead a bit and gets the side out for Oregon. Collier, dozen kills. Now at the service line. Minor back to Kip. Collier again, but long. Stanford once again ahead by 3. And this is when things become mental. You have 2 of the best teams in the country, the 2 best teams in the Pac-12. In that 5th set, late in the match, how are you going to execute? Tip, Kip, keeps it up. Rubin off the block, handled by Stanford. Rubin again, over to Gonzalez. Minor tries to dump. Oregon stays alive, but looks like a little bit of contact, and that gives Stanford the point. The Cardinals surging back here in the 5th set against the Oregon Ducks. What a matchup this has turned out to be. Just another Thursday in the Pac-12, but a huge night in the national standings as well for women's volleyball. Stanford can't handle it. Another point Oregon, they're within 2. Oregon team had 2 preseason Pac-12 award winners in Collier and Pukas. Stanford team had 6. And the Ducks keep fighting. Timeout called by Stanford. Still lead by 1 here in the 5th set. Take a quick break. Be back in a moment. Billion. Stanford leading all time in this series, 69-7. Looking for win number 70 against the Ducks, who have not made it easy. Gonzalez off the block. Minor, Francis, getting it done. Point goes to Stanford, 2-point lead once again. The presence of Sammy Francis has been huge late in the match. Elia Rubin. Service error. That one hurts. Bit of a break for Oregon as it brings them within 1. 17th service error for Stanford in this match. Stanford team who is leading the nation in hitting percentage as a squad coming into this, as well as assists per set. Tip from Baird. Successful! Double digits for the Cardinal. Baird reading this extremely well, seeing the defenders come up on the net, finding the hole. Baird continues to be an offensive force for the Cardinal tonight. Lewis finds the back corner. Wide open for the Ducks. They trail by 1. This match tonight really speaks to the strength of Pac-12 volleyball. Top 10 matchup against State last week for Stanford. Here they are again with Oregon. Blocked! Vicini bringing the roof down on Oregon. I love that straight face, not phased whatsoever. That's a big swing coming from Kara McGee. And Vicini was unfazed. 11-9 Stanford. Minor. Off the block, recovered by the Card. Kip, softly. Collier, a dig by Ogilvy, over to Baird. Dig by Murphy, big swing from Collier. 13 kills for the sophomore. Oregon once again within one. This match is going down to the wire. This is what you expect not only from two top 10 teams, but also this late in the season, they both had very strong schedules, and that's done on purpose to prepare you for moments like this and for the postseason. Last play under review for net violation. While we're waiting, let's take a look at what that schedule has looked like. For Stanford, they started preseason with 7 straight preseason ranked opponents, with Florida, Texas, Rice, Ohio State, Minnesota, Nebraska, Louisville, who they reverse swept in Louisville. So the Cardinal coming out on top over the Cardinals. And then on Oregon's side, again, their entire 11-match non-con schedule was on the road, but 11 of those total, 8 of those 11 preseason were ranked in the polls, and 3 of their last 6, again, opponents, top 25. They have ASU again, as well as USC coming up. Point is confirmed for Stanford. So that's going to change things up here with the score. It is 12 for Stanford, 9 for Oregon. That's a big swing. You go from being within 1 point to 3 with a move like that. See the Oregon coaching staff chatting with the officials here. Looked like Kobe Neal was thinking about coming on the court and subbing in. Head coach Matt Ulmer now chatting with the officials as the fans try to stay hyped here in Maples at the end of this match. No matter what happens in these last few minutes, this Oregon squad has fought every single minute. Stanford tumbled a little bit there in the 3rd set and the 4th set, coming back in the 5th set, making some adjustments. This is what the 2 best teams do. This has been some excellent volleyball and just competition and tension that we've been able to see in the last season of the Pac-12 as we know it. Fans still dancing. Gotta love the commitment. Trying to keep it loose. The players still trying to keep it loose as well. We'll resume play here with Miner still at the service line. Collier. Back to Baird. Dig by Oregon. Back set. Blocked! Vicini and Baird are at it again! Talk about stepping up, literally, when it matters the most. Take another look. Katie Baird owning that one. Vicini there for support. Important moment for Stanford. They have double-digit blocks on the night with 11 compared to Oregon's 9. Baird also leading with kills with 18 for Stanford. Match high 19 for Morgan Lewis on the Oregon side. Down to the wire. Take a quick break. Be back in a sec. An important point for Oregon to put them at double digits. Back at the service line for the Ducks is Georgia Murphy.
14. Yeah.
Kip. Big kill by Kip. How many times have we said that tonight? 18 for Killer Kip. And she makes it match point here for the Cardinal. Fans are on their feet. Anna Pringle at the service line. Collier, big kill. No quit from these Oregon Ducks. That is a sure fact. Point goes to Oregon, trailing by 3, but still match point for Stanford. Daly McClellan at the service line for the Ducks. Kip, big dig. Back to Collier. Off the hand of Ogilvy. Point goes to Oregon. They're within 2. Pressure is high. But as an elite athlete, these are the moves that you train for. This is what you love. Blocked. Out of bounds! Stanford seals the deal! The Cardinal clinch this top 10 matchup 15-12 in the 5th set. Wow. They took the first 2, they lost the next 2, and then they shut it down in the 5th. The adjustments they made from the 3rd and 4th set to the 5th set were important.